inFAMOUS, hard difficulty, good karma walkthrough. This is Vengeance. And this is the final power that we are getting. It's the Lightning Storm, which is probably one of the best powers that you get. I kind of like the fact that they hold off this power until basically the end of the game. Just because for the last island, it's really comes in handy having that lightning for this island. Like the other islands, it probably would have been, but for the third island, it's the most useful power. Just because there's so many points during a couple missions where it's the only thing you can use to like defeat the one level where you have the mounted land air like artillery missile cannons or whatever, and the mission when you have the balloons laying off the toxin, like those you need to have that lightning storm ability to deal with those. But for the first and second island, it's like you don't really have enough enemies or whatnot where you need to use that. And yeah, it was like I wasn't moving close enough yet to make those guys move, so even though I was headshotting that guy, it wasn't registering. So I can say, as I'm doing this voiceover, I've finished the game. I did get the trophy for being it on hard, so I was very glad that happened, because I would have been slightly annoyed if I ended up not getting that trophy. But in the end, I did get it. The final boss with Kessler, or the final fight with Kessler, I was having a very hard time getting through that boss fight. Just getting to the second checkpoint in that boss battle was, for some reason for me, it was just very frustrating getting to that point. But I'll go into more detail on that when I actually get to that mission. So for right now, in the tunnels, we can't really use the lightning storm since we're underground. But once we get up to the surface, that's when we're gonna really be putting this ability to use. Since unlike all the other substation missions, the generator isn't underground. It's actually 3 separate generators that are just on the island. But before we get to that, get to put the lightning storm to use with a couple of these heavy armored trucks. And yeah, they tell you can use the 6-axis to direct the lightning, but and once you take care of the 3 trucks, that's done. Then open up the substations you need to get to.
We need to talk. I know what John's been telling you.
And I ended up getting killed on my way to the first substation by some random first son that like kind of came out of nowhere from like a side alley or something and just killed me. Now, the good thing with these substations is that just like the bus and the prison thing, if you stand on top of the substation, you get unlimited electricity while standing on it, so you can pretty much just spam like the lightning storm, grenades, megawatt hammer. Like you can just spam all that while you protect this thing until it hits 100%. For this first substation, they pretty much all come from like right in front of you, from basically the left side and then the right side, so you don't really have to worry about like them coming up behind you or something. But the second and third one, you have to kind of deal with like every direction of first sons showing up.
That one's good to go. So how much do Gwen know about
And once that one's fully recharged, you can finally move on to the second one.
the NSA has been compromised and someone is outing agents? Our entire national security apparatus could be exposed. 29 seconds.
And I believe this one is kind of like in a back alley between a bunch of buildings, if I remember right. Yeah.
Seeing lots of enemy movement in your area.
This one, that tunnel that's like right, that's on the left side, and then right in front of me is basically where all the enemies come from for this one. It's the third one when they pretty much come from like all 3 directions. Like actually, well, no, yeah, 4 directions: front, sides, and the back. And I was just spamming the hell out of those grenades. And you can take a lot of damage, so like every so often, like if you're really getting hit pretty bad by these guys, you know, just kind of drain some electricity out of there. And I believe that trophy was for, I think, tagging 50 enemies with a grenade. I believe is what that trophy was for. You can, I think, probably just on like your first run through the game, you should get that trophy. But I'm not completely sure. It depends on how often you like how accurate you are with throwing the grenades at the enemies.
Yes, you probably will. In fact, I hope you do. I've been at this for a very long time now, and I'm tired, worn out.
And
Won't be much longer now.
okay, no, I was right. The front and then the left and right side, so 3 sides. The first set are a bunch of these invisible first sons, but conveniently there's like a lot of cars in this little back alley kind of area, so you can kind of get some environmental takedowns with a lot of these guys. And I think like 1 or 2 of those trucks come in, and I think that truck is the only one that actually comes from behind you. All the others are from the other 3 directions. But you know, just use the lightning, use the grenades, use the megawatt hammer, and that'll do it for this mission.
Need more time. Still powering up.